forgot how long Bad Boys 2 is. It's fucking 20 past 2 in the morning. Okay, last night I watched Bad Boys and this morning Brittany was like, have you got Bad Boys 2 so I can watch it for tomorrow? So, because we're all going to see Bad Boys, well, technically tonight now, Bad Boys 3, it's released tonight, premiere, and hits theatres tonight. Bad Boys for life, and I've just had a look on IMDb to see what Will Smith was also up to, and Bad Boys 4 is on there, but that's been on there for a while. Anyway, I put it on. So anyway, this morning Brittany had to buy it again, like you see in the outtakes of the last video, so I had to buy Bad Boys, so we've got loads of copies of Bad Boys now. And I put it on tonight, and I'm doing a few videos and editing and stuff like that. And yes, I've had to pause it a couple of times, because obviously I'm checking audio and dialogue and stuff like that, but I would only say that was approximately like 15 minutes max. Such a long film. It's approximately 40 minutes longer than the original. Now let's talk about the movie. I've just absolutely loved it, and that's the reason why I haven't I've mashed through it. I think Will Smith and Martin Lawrence just absolutely gel fantastically, and it's great to see them come back. Comes up, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. And as everyone's noticed in the new Bad Boys for Life, it's the first time Will Smith's had his name above Martin Lawrence. I haven't really looked into it or looked at any extensive trailers. I really want to go out tomorrow to see it blind with Bad Boys 3. So revisiting this, it's a lot different from the first. Yes, it's directed by Michael Bay, with music by Dr. Dre. Wom wom. Is gone. It's wom wom. Wom wom. Yeah, it's scored really well. And you know, it's great to see Will Smith, Martin Lawrence and Joe Palahniuk, what do you want to call them, back in the movie, as well as the computer hacker. It's a shame that the other two detectives aren't in it. Don't know why, but they're not in it. There's a couple of people who you've seen in a couple of Michael Bay films, especially the astronaut, the guy from Prison Break, yeah, that guy. And it starts off, you know, how the fuck does it start off actually? The Wild, oh yeah, that's right. We got the drug bust with the Ku Klux Klan. It's like, yep, touchy subject straight away. But it's beautiful style when Will Smith reveals himself with the burning behind him. It's just like, right, we're in for something different here. And the comedy hits. And even the font of Bad Boys, I wasn't too keen on it. It shows you the drug trafficking and stuff like that. And then straight out the bat, he's got a silver Ferrari. Like the black Porsche. Had enough character. You needed the black Porsche. Not a fan. The Ferrari was Nicolas Cage's little car he stole on The Rock, but wasn't a fan of the Ferrari. And I totally forgot he even has another car later on in the movie when he's got like the purple like Bentley kind of thing, old school kind of car going on. Anyway, it starts at the comedy value. You know, you got the swimming pool breaking comedy value. Martin Lawrence's wife is not in it that much in this, but you know, it seems like they're moving on. They're trying to stop some drug busting and stuff like that. We get the introduction of his sister, Martin Lawrence's sister in it, who's pretty much had a bit of thing with Mike Lowry. Doesn't really say what happened to the last from the first movie. And it powers on, and they're trying to get to the bottom of the drug bust, because the drug bust with the Ku Klux Klan didn't go exactly as planned. They only got a couple of bags and they wanted more. Meanwhile, we're getting introduced to the character, and they kept the same traits as the first movie when they had the French, well, got the Cuban, the very established good actors. This guy is in Riddick. He's appeared in a few. He's got a real evil face. I think he's a great villain in it. And he's transporting all the drugs. And then there's this really cool shootout early on in the bit where Will Smith dies, and we get the and just the whole corn thing through the bottles, and then you get the reveal of Martin Lawrence's face going, because he'd been shot in the ass, and it's hilarious. But again, it's just showing you that Michael Bay has come a long way since the first Bad Boys, and by this point Michael Bay can just do what the fuck he wants. He's done Armageddon, he's done Pearl Harbor, he's come back to Bad Boys. They're just going to go and let him go nuts. That's probably why it's an extra 40 minutes long. There's loads of carnage in this movie. We've got a massive car chase with a Ferrari. Again, it should have been the Porsche. Car gets shot up with some funny bits. Massive carnage along the roads. You know, there seems to be camera angles put in the most ridiculous places. Sorry, it's fucking late. Yeah. So some good bits happen in it. What also bits I like? The good when they go to the drug house and that, and it's panning around the rooms, stretching through and going like the whole camera panning around. Again, just having absolute massive fun with it, I think. Only funny bits. I'm still here. I'm still here. This is when they acquire the camera and they get the camera. And they're like, how does this thing work? And they take it to the local shop and they jack it in. And you get the woman getting back from behind. It's like, oh my god, it's like, what? I was like, what's going on here? And then you get the whole scene of them talking about your bum. Again, it's well written and well executed by them. Movie powers on. We get a few more car chases. We sister. We get lots of dead bodies and stuff like that. And then you think that the movie's really going to end. And like it's really well scored because even the fight on the tram and like the scoring's really well because when the guy hits his head off the post, like fuck me, you feel that. And like they go in and you think right, they've raided the house, they've finally got them and stuff. And then they've got to go to Cuba and I think what the fuck, that's just where the extra 20 minutes come down. And then after all the guts and bloods, I mean the body count in this is immense. There's people getting shot everywhere. But the scene with the Hummer going down the road, the hill, and all the shanty drug towns, it's like it's fucking amazing. It's literally just a Hummer going flying down the hill, but there's like low CGI stuff that's just like right, let's drive full force down this hill. But no, there's a lot of funny bits in it, there's a lot of quick wit, there's a lot of improv, I guess, in it. But again, I think from the original, I mean there's a lot of gap, and there is a lot of gap to the third one. I think Michael Bay's style, I think it's lush in Bad Boys. And by the time this come around, it's like he can just do what he wants. And yes, he's delivered a really good film. To me, it was just, it would be good if he kept a little bit of the fresh of the first one. The colour, I thought the colour in it was quite, you know, like, you got Dan Marino and stuff like that. And like, I only know who because Ace Ventura found him and stuff like that. But it didn't have enough colour for us as well. And it's strange as well because Bad Boys 2 has never been released on Blu-ray in the UK except for the box set of 1 and 2 together. You just can't buy it on its own. It hasn't had a steelbook. But it's just really, really long. Really long. So, I've enjoyed it. It's really funny. There's some good bits. I'm going to probably kick myself. Probably when I get to Bad Boys for Life tomorrow when I'm reviewing that, Brittany will be here. Me and Brittany will probably end up talking about Bad Boys 1 and 2 back to back. But yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Looked lush on Blu-ray. Just didn't have that warmth colour of the original. But yeah, I'm going to have to go to bed. Over 2 hours of extra features. I don't need to see anymore. It's a shame though, because Michael Bay does the commentary on the first, but not the second. He does the commentary on the first Transformers movie, but none of the rest. Explain your actions, Michael Bay. Now, Michael Bay has not directed, and I just want to think about what Michael Bay is actually up to. Since for a long time I've been following Bad Boys 3, and I mean, I remember back in the day, like the first time I was really getting on the internet. That was my dial-up tone. I remember sitting with my cousin Brian and Bad Boys 2 was on there. And like the Will Smith, like Men in Black, it came just after Bad Boys, and Will Smith was just huge. And just like, it was hype for that then. Shouldn't have really seen Bad Boys that age, but yeah, just it's great having them come back. So here we go, Michael Bay. This moment as a director. Lobo, Black 5, Underground 6 Underground, right, I didn't realise he directed that. Okay, so that's what he's been up to. That's a new Netflix movie. I didn't realise he'd done that. So I love Pain and Gain actually. Pain and Gain had some style to it. And then we've got all these Transformers. So it's 2003, so it's been a long, fuck me. It's been 17 years since Bad Boys 2. Lionel Richie music video collection. Okay. Pearl Harbor. Bad Boys 95. Apparently he worked on the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell too. Okay. So yeah, I can't believe it's been that long. So it's been a long time. It's aged well. Again, check out the channel. Review Rant Randoms. There's a lot of love for Bad Boys. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably going to be about 3 o'clock by the time we go to bed. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.